Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the first round of the Final Fantasy Spring 2020 tournament. We've got ShoFukomachi versus Black Knight. And I'm joined on comms by the Hangry Canuck. How you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing well. This should be shaping up to be an exciting race. There's only one party difference that I can see, so if White Magic is good, Sho's gonna have an advantage here.
Yeah, looks like Black Knight's going with a pretty aggressive strategy. The double red black looks pretty good if Nuke lands in the first 4 levels. But if Sho picks up Fade or early, that also looks good for him as well.
Yeah, so this is only day 2 of the tournament. Day 1 was pretty had some pretty good matches in it, so hopefully day 2 can be about the same.
All right, so looks like both of our runners are ready. I'll give them the old go ahead.
See, chat's already talking about the party comps. Double red and black will be good if, like, Nuke's, like Edge said, if Nuke is early and Black Magic's strong, then Black Knight will have the advantage.
Yeah, and this might be something, even if the magic isn't that great, having 3 AoEs on Black Knight's side might be pretty good if you're forced to go through Sea Shrine. This is Water Week after all, so we've got Sea Shrine Mermaid's Floor incentivized.
Yeah, and if Black Magic isn't that strong, he does have those red mages who can wield pretty good weapons too, and be decent damage dealers if it comes down to it.
Yeah, also a good point, and they can equip some, modest armor as well, so a little more durable.
We got some mutant cure action. Ooh, Ice 3 and Quad X. That's gonna give Black Knight a nice advantage there.
Yeah, so you've got insta-kill against anything with 300 HP or less, and Ice 3 is a real nice AoE to throw out into Sea Shrine groups. So looking pretty good. That is, wow, that might be the highest I've ever seen cabins roll.
That's an expensive housing market. Guess people didn't get the memo about what's going on.
They're making you pay if you want a shelter in place. Black Knight is got some wood armor and wood shields, so if anything rolled extra hits in Temple of Fiends, it looks pretty good. But,
yeah, it looks like Sho is going on a grind here, but the Mad Pony's having nothing of it.
Yeah, Mad Pony's having rolling, I don't know, that's probably 230% health right there. They ate Ice 3 and didn't die. But I guess he wants an extra spell charge before going up to Temple of Fiends, and decides, let's not do it.
Wow, that second run is massive.
Yeah, that might be worth picking up a cabin alone. Sho's probably going to get another encounter real soon, no matter where he goes. Oh, it's an unrunnable Mad Pony. That's even worse.
Yeah, it looks like Sho is heading back. He's got a couple of fights under his belt and some money, so maybe he is going for a cabin to take advantage of that run, in case TOFR is sticky.
All right, so we got 819 gold in the bottom left. Let's see what we got in the top here. Yeah, Black Knight is just having a time of his life with this run here.
Yeah, he's got 6 charges of AoE stuff, so he's not scared to burn some of it. Yo, Grugglypuff, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, Grugglypuff? Mr. Duckling Seed, the Black Belt Master himself.
Oh, spiders with Blizzard. I hate spiders as it is. That doesn't help their cause.
Yeah, and you were just talking about Temple of Fiends being sticky. Well, that's pretty bad.
Looks like Garland's pretty beefy, taking the Ice 3s like a champ. Well, except for that one.
Yeah, that's He still looked like he was within quad X range, though. That might have saved a little bit of time. But Black Knight is the first one out of Temple of Fiends. Gets a chime and a crown.
Yeah, so now you got the crown, so... And they got a free ship in this seed, so... At least he'll have Astos to check on when he goes down south. But we'll see where they go first.
Yeah, and it's always nice to get the crown early. It can be a little bit of a long walk to head to Astos Castle, but he's worth so much experience that it's really nice to get that out of the way.
Looks like Sho's going to use the quad X, so Garland was under 300. And now they got a little cash, so it looks like Black Knight's going to buy a couple of better weapons for his fighters and his red mage.
Yeah, I know a lot of runners cut out some of the weapons there for speed, but every time you do that, you think you're getting ahead. You run into an unrunnable pack that is immune to whatever magic that you have, and then you're like, I wish I had bought 3 scimitars or something. So it's a pretty good safe move on his part.
Yeah, see, that's how I get in trouble sometimes. I figure my magic will carry me, so I don't go for weapons, and it's backfired a time or two. It looks like Black Knight is going to go to Provoca first, which is pretty standard routing for the seed right now. Check the pirates, see what Vicky has to offer.
Yeah, with cabins being as expensive as they are, not surprised that Matoya was skipped initially. Probably hoping to find some tents. Oh, not only do we have 2 people that can learn Cure 4 on Black Knight's side, but after promotion, that's the 3rd. So Knight with Cure 4 is pretty hard to take down.
Ooh, and Fire 3, another sweeper spell at level 2, along with Fast. So he's going to have 3 Fast and a lot of sweeper spells here. Black Knight might have a slight advantage going in.
Yeah, the magic's looking real good for Red Mage right about now. If life isn't locked out, could be trouble.
Looks like Sho took the Matoya. Doesn't look like he found much but a shield.
Yeah, Silver Shield and a Saber, so not really... that might be one that I would be tempted to just reset out of and leave all that crap in there.
Yeah, you pitch a cabin somewhere around the middle if you can, and then if Matoya has nothing, just, oh, Bicky with the key!
Oh, that opens up some interesting routing, too. You usually don't see that early. And we got Adamant for sale for 23. I don't know. I think you check all those key chests first and hope you find a lot of gold or something that you can sell.
Yeah, because, I mean, you can go do Astos now, and at the same time, you can get the key lock chest, so you don't have to make 2 trips there in case there is a loose item. Because remember, we are looking for 3 loose. 1 will be the canal, and there will be 2 separate items.
Sho also with 3 Cure 4 casters, but a little weaker on the offensive side.
Yeah, but he can use the heal too. I do believe the red mages couldn't.
I think the red mages just couldn't, because where do you put it in the spell slot, you know? You got Fire 3, you got Fast. I'll take Cure 4 over Heal 2.
Yeah, that's one of the disadvantages of a red mage. If both black and white spells are good for that level, you really have to be tricky about what you pick. So let's see what Black Knight decides to do first. Looks like he's heading for Matoya. He might want to try to check those 3 chests first.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you're just going to be cracking open as many chests as you can, looking for the canal. Now, all of a sudden, instead of Marsh Cave looking like the right play, you got, was that about 18 crown chests to check? A lot of stuff to deal with.
Yeah, like there's like 10 in Dwarf Cave alone, and if they save that till they got the Adamant, then they'll only have to double dip. Unless they find the TNT loose, then that would make a single dip for Dwarf Cave.
Yeah, and Black Knight sees all the trash there and is just, forget about it. And as high as those cabins have rolled, heal potions for $9 a pop, that's pretty nice to see.
Yeah, it looks like Black Knight is gonna check the Canary at key locked here, so And Sea Shrine is incentivized this week due to the water flag, so we'll see how long it takes our runners once they find the Oxy Ale to check that out.
Well, there's a katana, and neither party can use it, so that's good money right there.
Well,
Oh god.
64K.
Yeah, well, time to go back for that adamant.
Yeah, I think you can just chuck that katana in the wood somewhere.
I think you still sell it. I mean,
Yeah, cabinets were pretty expensive. But I mean, at least now you have the save items. You can buy save items. And I mean, you know that second run is decently long, so you're pretty much set for any short dungeons or anything.
yeah, and Black Knight is gonna head over to I don't know, to Elfland and probably cash in that crown now.
Yeah, you probably take a look at level 3 spells first, I would imagine, see if there's anything good.
Oh
But
god, ogres with blaze. And it's all ogre for Black Knight.
Oh, that's bad. I think if I were Black Knight, though, I would have went back for that adamant.
Oh, Wolves of Bane as well. This is kind of rude. Kind of rude.
Marsh Cave would be very rude. Looks like Sho picked up a few cabins and stuff. Ooh, the Cat Claw, the best weapon the Black Wizard can use in the game.
Yeah, but also note, pretty cheap silver swords as well. So that's kind of like the worst weapon that you would want to have. But it's still pretty solid. That'll get you through the first half of the game pretty reasonably.
Yeah, and red mages can use them too, which is a bonus, so...
Alright, first look at the black magic, and we got Brack, but then we got Lock. Not much else.
I don't know, Rub would have its places.
On a rack of ribs, maybe. That's about it. Oh, there's level 3 fate. And it's just tilted.
Locked.
Just tilted into Sho's favor a little bit, I'd say.
And welcome, Speed Gaming 2. Thank you for the raid, and welcome to all your viewers.
Hey, welcome to everybody watching from Speed Gaming 2. This is the first round of the Final Fantasy Spring 2020 tournament. No wins, no losses on the board. This is the first match for ShoFukomachi and Black Knight. And we've got Temper at level 4 in the Black Magic shop.
Still no Life or Life 2, so this could benefit Sho in the long run, having that white mage, if Life 2 ends up around level 6 or 7.
Yeah, we also haven't seen Warp or Exit as well, so if one of those shows up in Melmond, that could be a tipping factor as well.
Yeah, because there's a couple of things you'd want Warp for, like the waterfall or doing the little ice cheat, as I like to call it.
Oh, it's crazy how much time that saves.
Oh, it's incredible.
All right, so we got Sho. We got the Vorpal.
Throw it away.
You gotta hang on to it first. You gotta throw it out the third floor window.
That is correct. Looks like the adamant turned into...
It's not too bad, though. You find that early, and you got a bunch of fast and tempers, and a loose tail. And a loose loot! Alright, so we found our 2 loose. But where's the canal? Yeah, we could be off to the races on this one. Sho's gonna pop the bottle, moving the potions into a nicer spot. So either Astos has something that'll get you out of here, like the canoe, or we're gonna be going into Marsh.
Yeah, let's hope Marsh Marsh isn't on the.
Toulouse-Lautrec. Yeah, that is an artisan pun right there.
All right, looks like we're gonna get our first look at Astos. Oh, and there's the TNT.
Oh, well, there's no avoiding it. You're gonna double dip the seed, and Astos is usually within Quad X range as well, but one Ice 3 takes him out.
Yeah, and you're not far from the cave right now, but I mean, do you want to take that little bridge scene or not? Is the question, I guess.
Well, let's take a look and see what he had in the back storage room here. Yeah, it's looking like Marsh is definitely on the table here. Just a matter of do you go ahead and knock it out now, or do you see what the TNT has? And
I mean, you're already down here. I think I'd go give at least the top a quick check. Because if the TNT doesn't turn into the canal, I mean, you've pretty much wasted a trip. You got to go that way anyway. Once you get the canal, so for routing, I think I'm gonna go to Marsh first.
Yeah,
and that's weird, me saying that.
Yeah, I think the only thing that that really justifies this move is if the canoes in the is the TNT turn in. So we'll see.
The canal is counting as the loose, so if they already found the third loose, they're looking for the canal. Once they find the canal, then there is no more loose items. Then they can decide whether they want to loot chests or not. Looks like Black Knight is going back for that adamant, so he's gonna have to not double dip Dwarf Cave, I guess. I guess he got lucky on that route.
I'm just heading back to the old item shop here. Grab that adamant. So yeah, with 2 loose items to turn in, I definitely yeah, that makes sense for Black Knight to just forge ahead and check Dwarf. And he may not find the canal, but he's gonna be pretty happy with what he digs out there.
Yeah, you almost gotta follow the quest chains in this right away if you can. Because they're always gonna lead to something good, hopefully.
And if they don't, you at least got some extra experience from it. And
Looks like Sho is making his way maybe towards Marsh.
I think he's still got to kill Astos yet, so it makes sense.
Looks like Black Knight is gonna go to the wharfs now.
Unrunnable snakes. Oh, it is the canoe!
Ooh, that's a good one.
Wow, that opens up a lot of stuff. In fact, there's a lot of incentive items on the other side. You've got Ice Cave and you've got Crescent Lake. So this could be... I wonder if this is a seed where Canal just isn't required. Haven't seen too many of those.
Oh, but yeah, with the canoe now, I mean, if they find the floater... Say the floater's hanging out in Marsh, I mean, you really wouldn't need the canal. But we know it can't be now, because we found all the loose. So that floater has to be in an incentivized location.
Yeah, so I do not blame Black Knight one bit for heading over to the right side of the continent. And I guess Sho's going to do the same. So kind of a branch in routing, but they've met back up. So
JLo, you need the canal to get... No, you don't to get the crescent, do you? Wow, this is gonna be nuts.
Yeah, we could have runners in the air, you know, in 20 minutes, which doesn't happen very often in this flag set.
No, normally they're chasing the floater for close to an hour most times.
Alright, so Black Knight lost the Black Mage, gotta go pick up old Nuke again. Sho's gotta do the double dip. Some nice sprite changes on Black Knight's side. And a canoe for you, Sho.
Looks like Black Knight's heading for Crescent Lake right away here. This is the floater. This could be... We could be looking at a sub-hour if this goes right.
Still a lot of incentives to dig out, but you skip a few dungeons.
I mean, right now, they could dig out Waterfall or Deals. There's two that are right close, because they have the canoe and they have the ship. That's what you almost got to do, or ice. I mean, it's like, where do you feel more comfortable with these levels? But without warp and exit, I think I'd feel more comfortable hitting up Ordeals first.
Yeah, I think so. The other option too, go see what Sarda has first, and then make your decision from there. Even if it doesn't lead to anything, if you get a fetch quest, you still get a experience boost off of it. You gotta go promote too. That is a must with both of these parties. Black Knight taking the time to stock up on equipment here, so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that you're not gonna see people in Marsh this seed unless that floater is... No, it can't be. The floater's got to be incentivized somewhere.
Yeah, it's the only reason you go back to Marsh is if Canal is incentivized and you get nothing out of the Ice Cave and Crescent Lake.
Yeah, because you need the Canal to get to Ordeals and Waterfalls, so if this here, an Ice Cave, doesn't give you a floater, ooh, there's a Ruby.
Oh, that's 2 incentive items whenever you can turn it in, but not right now. Hey, there's life too, and life.
Level 6. That is going to advantage the show. Yeah, so it looks like Black Knight is gonna head. I wonder if he's gonna head for ice or not.
Yeah, I think the red mages can learn life, but it's post promotion, so makes things a little safer for show if that promotion gets kicked down the road.
So, in this situation now, would you try ice because it's incentivized, or would you try Marsh and hope to hit the Canal?
I think I would head up to ice. That gives me the most information by far. Feels kind of bad that I don't have warp or exit, but my opponent doesn't have it either. So
I think he's heading for
Black Knight's
Volcano.
gonna pick out Volcano, yeah. Which with plenty of ice 3s on the table, not too bad of a decision either. If you find that Canal in there, you can get out.
Yeah, if you find the Canal in here, that'd be big, because then everything would be open to you. It would just then be a simple matter of routing it correctly, and you'd pretty much be able to finish the game.
Alright, so we get our first look at the treasury. You gonna get anything good?
A dragon and a rune sword and some cash. Ooh, a nice grind tile, especially with Fire 3.
If you can get through it.
Yeah, at these levels it might be a little tricky.
Yeah, I mean, even with all that armor that Black Knight bought, just This is not going to get it done. This is a rude tile.
Now, Sho might have a little more luck with that tile because he's got that Fade spell in his back pocket. But it looks like Sho's heading for ice.
I forget Hangry. Black Knight's been in the last 2 tournaments, right?
I know he was in last year's. I'm not sure about the one. Yeah, it's his 3rd according to Will. So.
Yeah. Will is very prepared as it comes. I would trust that.
Now, don't increase his ego anymore.
Not possible.
Looks like some perilous here. Jerk birds, as we like to call them.
Yeah, we got unrunnable asps.
This could be good if there's there you go, little ice 3, freeze some snake. So I don't know if I think Black Knight's gonna go all the way to the bottom of this one. Sho is finally about to reach the ice cave.
Another question in chat: are asps always unrunnable? They are not. Just happens to be a coincidence that they have been unrunnable in your seeds.
Yeah, the unrunnable formations are randomized from seed to seed, so you can never pick what's going to be unrunnable. Normally you'll get some good ones, and then you get some bad ones.
But Sho feels good with a bunch of fades and fire 3s, and this might be one of those where I would take a couple of fights in the first hallway and ice, drop a house, and then get some more levels that way. And yeah, Sho's just gonna save his experience.
Yeah, I can't blame him. That's a smart play right there.
Yeah, I guess one of the reasons why Ice Cave and Marsh Cave have their reputations that they do in this randomizer is just the diversity of the enemies in the packs. You just run into so many different guys that one of them's got to have something nasty, right?
Oh yeah, I mean you can go. I've ran some seeds where the first thing you hit is imps with Bane, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, I found Death Touch imps not too long ago. That one felt bad.
I think the best I ever seen was the Death Touch Kraken 2 I came across. Not that he needed it because he was hitting for 2K, but he did have.
Oh god, the Mucks have ice too. So yeah, if you had to go into Marsh, that'd be rude.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Black Knight's hitting his head off a wall a little bit too much in here. I think if I was him, I think it'd be time to change it up.
Oh, we got 4 Agamas in yeah, Sho finds on the vanilla mage tile 4 Agamas. And unfortunately loses a black mage, yeah. But got plenty of ice 3 charges to get through this, so that is going to be a lot of HP to put in your back pocket going through this dungeon.
Yeah, it almost, with all the blast of ice, well, now that he lost a black mage, I wouldn't say it's a good idea to grind for a bit, but...
Yeah, that's, it looks like they hit pretty hard too, but... with the magic shaking out the way it is and temper at level 4, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to get more levels on the white mage than the black mage. She's going to need it more for fade charges.
Yeah, and Black Knight's fighting some Argoyles using Ice 3, but little known fact is Argoyles are not weak to any type of magic, except for Nuke.
They're just jerks.
They are, and they usually have something bad.
Yeah, another good point made in chat. The levels will also help with those life 2 charges, and you never have too many of those in Temple of Fiends.
No, you get one Kraken hitting for 1,500 hit points. Don't matter what level you are, you ain't coming back from that.
All right, so Black Knight giving the left side another try. Doesn't look like these trap tiles are doing any good. I really like these perilous groups. There's a quick EXP encounter. For where you run into them, they usually have pretty good rewards.
Ooh, and Soria and the trap tile room in the bottom with all the chests.
Yeah, this looks pretty good too. I would be tempted to stick around and just throw a couple of ice threes in there,
Well,
but
we
Show
can't
just wants
run,
to get
so we
back
might as well
out.
do something.
Yeah, virtual unrunnable, right?
You just put one leg in front of the other people, and you normally run away. But
Keep
makes me wonder
tripping
how
on
he
those
even
ropes.
stops you. Did he actually like just run behind you right quick, or?
I think running behind you right quick is what happens when you get the same encounter two tiles in a row. Like you run away from one and then you get it again, like 3 steps later.
All right, let's see if Black Knight skips the trap tile this time. No, he's a little shorter encounter though, so that's good.
Yeah, that's nice and that's easy to run away from.
So
So
now that for a large dagger.
yeah, a butter knife, but ice sword's pretty nice.
Yeah, Ice Sword's one of the better weapons in the game.
Yeah, that is a good mid to late game weapon. Wouldn't want to go through Temple of Fiends with it, but he can do some damage.
Ooh, Shoal picks up the Pro Cape. Looks like he's putting all his armor on his fighter at this point. Ooh, Grey Worms.
Got an opal bracelet. Oh no!
That's a good pickup.
It's a good pickup, but it's not what you're looking for. So
No,
Black Knight might be on the right path here. We need that canal after all.
Yep, so either Marsh has the canal, or if the canal is here and Black Knight picks it up, he's going to have a distinct advantage, because I don't know how long it's going to be before Show comes down here to Volcano.
I think it's going to be the next thing that Show does, but he's got to pick up the Black Mage first. Show also skipping out on those sorcerers, which when you got extra Ice 3 charges in Ice Cave, I just like throwing them into any group that it's going to take them out.
Ooh, Frost Dragons with Squint.
Oh boy.
Ooh, blueberries.
Yeah, so Show, by saving those Fade charges, can get out of some of these jams, especially if he runs into a Wizard pack too.
Yeah, no, this is where the White Mage is a distinct advantage for him right now. That's an Opal Cheerio. I probably shouldn't have started that, but...
It's pretty good. What's your favorite kind of Cheerio?
Honey Nut.
Choice of champions. Same here.
Yeah, but you're a champion, I'm not, so...
Hey, as long as you eat like one, that's what matters, right?
Alright, looks like Black Knight is heading down deeper here. Oh, that's a good point made out in chat here. I don't see Black Knight with the bottle.
It's one of those that you can just pop. I know Show used it as well to move some stuff around in his inventory.
Yeah, see, that's something I couldn't do because I definitely forget that I had it after a while.
Yeah, no, I'm in the same boat.
At the end of the game, you'd be like, "Where's that bottle?" And the fairy be sitting there the whole time, twiddling her thumbs, and you're looking for a bottle somewhere.
Or you go buy another one, you try to use it, nothing happens. Alright, so Show is going to join Black Knight in Volcano, and...
There it is, the big stick.
Oh, there you go. Now we can definitely throw Vorpal out the window.
I would have thrown it out the window. I'd go down TOFR with an ice sword before I'd use the Vorpal.
Ordinarily I'd be with you, but I'm afraid that thing would melt in the fire floor.
Well, the Vorpal's just like a noodle, so it'll probably cook by the time you get down there anyway.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It'll be nice and al dente for the water floor.
See if Black Knight decides to try to take on Carrie or not. Ooh,
Yeah,
a white shirt too.
Yeah, Black Knight's still digging out some treasure chests, and I don't really blame either player. They haven't found a ribbon. They haven't found really good endgame armor. there's a lot of good stuff that's on the table here. And Sho is just going in here with just the white mage. And
Well,
you
he's got
know,
the fade, so
well, you know what? Eventually, that white mage is going to learn life too, and he won't have to go back to Crescent Lake.
Gregory Puff, the Mazmoon was in the fire room with the trap tile and the 5 chests. Yeah, the canal is going to be big. If the canal is here in Volcano, then it's going to be pretty even, but I'm hoping it's in Marsh. I'd like to see these guys suffer through Marsh, but I mean, with these levels, you probably really wouldn't suffer anymore.
Yeah, especially with Sho having a life caster, that would help out a lot. But yeah, the two man strat just to get out of here.
Oh, our Hydras with lit 3, making Sho ride the lightning.
Yeah, that is a rude fire hydrant. Nothing a couple of Cure Force can't handle, but you may want to find a better weapon than whatever you're swinging there right now, Sho.
Well, if he keeps diving, he's gonna find one. Oh, Waters with Trance. This could be bad for Black Knight. He is almost down to one guy not paralyzed.
Gets the ice 3 off, and it looks like these waters don't have a lot of health, so that was a gutsy move, but they're still
They're
hitting
weak to ice
real hard.
too, so. But look at this glance. Oh, he has to reset out.
Yeah, I guess no soft potions in the tank. Fighter's dead. Yeah, call it a wipe.
Well, at least he probably. Oh, our Hydras are unrunnable too. And we know they have lit 3.
So yeah, that's 3 wipes for Black Knight in the volcano, and even though Sho's been kind of on a wild goose chase here, it's allowing him to catch up.
Yeah, now we'll see if. Well, see, Black Knight really only got to pick up 2 chests now if he wants, right? The Mazmoon and the white shirt. If he remembers what chests are in.
Yeah, it feels bad having to go back and dig all those out again, and then losing all the experience on the way through. Sho's been leaving and saving all of this stuff, and he's about to get smacked over the head pretty bad here.
Yeah, I think if these whiz vamps get their turn first, well, they're not hitting that hard for him.
I mean, they're hitting the heavily armored target, but it's going to take 2 fades to take him out, so.
This is going to be some good experience for Sho.
Yeah, that works out real well. There's level 16. So, life 2 on the table.
Yeah, so I don't know. He's probably going to bring back the red mage and black mage eventually, I would think.
Yeah, I think as soon as he steps outside, he can do that. He's got enough houses to, house, life, and then go back again. Dragon armor is real
dragon
nice.
armor? That'll be good if they find the tail sometime.
Yeah, I think Sho's still gonna get stunned in that Gurnaga water fight, but the extra health on the knight there is gonna pay off real big.
And looks like Black Knight did remember where the massa was, so. Oh, they have the tail already. My bad.
Yeah, it was one of the 2 loose. It was a tail and a loot hanging out in key-locked dwarf cave.
Yeah, so there's no more loose, so we definitely know that canal is... Well, the canal's the only loose left, so... The floater has to be incentivized somewhere.
And it's looking like it's gonna be in Marsh, and I don't really blame either one of these guys for making the plays that they did. They went with the numbers, and it just didn't work out.
Well, we don't know. They haven't completed the dives yet, so it looks like Sho's heading out. Probably going to bring his team back to life here. Or no, he's just not going any further.
Yeah, I guess, I don't know. Maybe Sho doesn't realize he's got life too and wants to pick the rest of the crew back up, but...
Or maybe he just thinks he's not ready for carrying. He's going to come back later.
Yeah, that is true. Only swinging an ice sword right now. Black Knight's got to get through this fight again.
And the thing is, I mean, Sho might be thinking to himself now, well, Marsh is definitely the play, so get there quick. and pray your opponent didn't go there first.
There's a lot of treasure chests in the bottom there, though, so it's kind of interesting. Unless he's completely out of heal potions, and then I totally understand this.
Looks like Black Knight's gonna get through this fight.
That's something to ask Sho when he's done shopping here in town.
Yeah, maybe he's coming back for some spells or something, but I don't. Unlike like you said, he just wanted to restock heal potions. That's why he left. We'll see if he goes back or if he heads towards Marsh. That's gonna be the big decision.
Yeah, we gotta wait a little bit. We got ambushed by
And
fish.
to be continued.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Black Knight is getting a tremendous amount of experience from this. Those ice threes paying off real big.
Yeah, waters are weak to ice. They're not weak to lightning like most people would think they are. They are actually weak to ice. So.
So yeah, level 14 across the board. Sho's got 2 with level 16 and 2 that are weaker.
Looks like he's heading back for Volcano too, so. Looks like Black Knight's gonna take on Carry. I mean, you got the Mazmun, so that's all you really need. He's got fast, I think.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Just throw that guy in the back row and then temper and fast and you're good.
No charges of temper on his red mage. Yeah, but a fasted fighter with the Mazmun, Carry shouldn't last that long. Okay, a fighter with the Mazmun, Carry shouldn't last that long.
Yeah. As long as, they just got to do their job. Throw that Ice 3 chip damage out and be evasion stacks, and that fighter should be able to get through it.
Well, Carry roll kind of beefy here.
Yeah, a little bit.
But I think this Mazmun shot should take... Oh, no, still survive down to the fighter.
Yeah, we got... the fighter could probably take one more hit. Is not going to need to, though. That is level 15 on the fighter, and that is our first fiend down on the side of Black Knight.
At the 40-minute mark, so... That kind of puts Black Knight back in the lead by a little bit here.
Well, we'll see where he heads after this. He also hasn't done Ice Cave yet.
Oh, that's true. And that's an incentivized, and he's close to that, so...
Yeah, so this is time for Sho to catch back up a little bit.
Unless Black Knight figures, I'm going to take a gamble on Marsh.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. He's got to go back to Crescent Lake anyway with only one party member alive.
Yeah, now in a situation like this, would you make that gamble play? Because, it's probably... The canal is probably going to land in Marsh.
I gotta check the incentive location. Not only that, but there's just more chests in ice than there are in Marsh, even if you do have the key. It's not the right play this seed, but that's the play that I'd make.
Looks like he's going to try to take out these Hydras. Shouldn't be a problem with them for the Mazmun.
Yeah, and it's not a bad idea either. You don't get a lot of opportunity to get solo experience on the Knight, so you might as well take it wherever you can get it.
Yeah, because once you get that Knight higher with that Mazmun, you're pretty much swinging at anything you want. I don't like those unrunnable fish though, because they're everywhere in these swamps.
Yeah, so Sho finds the big stick now, and we're gonna have some very happy red mages that get an ice sword now.
Oh, he hits this grind tile again. Let's see what he does. Oh, yeah, although with the Fade and Fire 3s, he should be okay if he gets turn order.
Yeah, he's sturdy enough in the front row to take this. That level 16 Knight is gonna soak up a lot of damage.
Meanwhile, Black Knight made it back to Crescent Lake. Is gonna bring back his party, and we'll see if he decides to do ice or if he is gonna take the chance on Marsh. Sho picks up his white shirt as well, so
Post promotion, that's going to be real good to put on the white mage as well.
Yeah, it's equal to the gold Cheerio, I believe, in Absorb.
Also has the nice benefit of giving you immunity to death element. So if you can't find a pro ring, it feels pretty good to throw that on the white mage.
Yeah, plus if you use the white shirt as an item, you're getting a stack of Invis on you, on your whole party, so that's another big benefit.
Yeah, we haven't seen Invis 2 for sale, have we?
Looks like Black Knight is pondering life, or that or his stream's gone to slideshow mode.
Got another question in chat. Is Black Knight actually ahead, or Sho have a few areas cleared already? Sho has taken care of ice, so we'll see where Black Knight goes after this. We know that the canal's got to be in Marsh Cave, and it's required. Black Knight just doesn't know that yet.
But he is heading for ice, so. So Sho will probably, I mean, well, they're going to have to head to Marsh after this, but I mean, with these levels, Marsh is just going to be trivial anyway.
Oh yeah, Groggy making a good point. We haven't seen either runner make a run up the Temple of Fiends as well.
I thought Sho did.
For the key lock chest?
Yeah.
Ah, interesting.
I could be wrong, though.
Yeah, we'll see. At this point, even if those are on the table, Marsh is more likely.
Yeah, Marsh has more chests, and I mean, you can take the chance and hope it's TOFR, but I mean, right now, do you really want to take that gamble at this point?
I'm always worried about that having something that I care about. And I know it's a little bit slow of a check, but I try to route that in if I'm doing the key lock chest in Canaria Castle, just because it's so hard to get back there.
Yeah, and I mean, you can pop a cabin at the castle and just rock up if there's nothing you like, just reset out, and you're only going to lose maybe, 2 to 2.5 minutes, depending on encounters, so.
Yeah, and especially with the power cycle at the top of this table, you can get to the Temple of Fiends and check those chests pretty quick.
I don't see either of our runners actually taking advantage of that yet, though. That's something I've actually noticed runners have gotten away from in the tournament, is the power cycling.
Yeah, and I think that's it's kind of one of those things that you can easily not appreciate when you're watching a more experienced runner do that. But it saves a lot of time.
Looks like we have Sho going to hit the lock on Carry now. Carry, not hitting that hard. He's got a well-armored white mage, too, so Sho should be able to wipe this out with the Mesm.
Black Knight with the Dragon Warrior sprites.
Oh, that's sweet. Looks like Sho's got his first orb lit about 5 minutes behind Black Knight. So now Sho knows Marsh is the play, so he's probably going to head there immediately.
Yeah, so Canal to Ruby turn in looking real tasty right about now.
Oh, yeah, because they got the Ruby earlier. There's a couple of key checks right there the second you get your Canal. And if one of those turns out to be the floater, well, you're loaded for bear then.
Alright, triple Agamas. Throw out those ice threes.
Yeah, plus Black Knight had some bad go of fire too. He wiped 3 or 4 times, so that's what allowed Sho to actually really come back on him. Because Sho pretty well cleared all of ice and got back to Volcano before Black Knight cleared Volcano.
Yeah, and I think those that water Naga tile being a lot more friendly to Black Knight the second time through kind of saved him a little bit because he was not doing so hot in the level department.
Ooh, and there's the Bane on the Wolves taking out Sho's 2 characters. 3 characters. Wow, for not having a lot of intelligence, that fighter's dodging an awful pile of spell share.
Yeah, Is that 2
Lit
Banes,
3.
3 Rubs? There's a Lit 3. Yeah, these guys are... This is not a fun pack.
Wow.
And I know Sho didn't save on the map, but yeah.
That's the worst when you get one enemy and it's got like 8 different abilities and you're like, wow, what sprite is that off of?
Especially when they ambush you too, because it's like, oh, they have flash. Oh, no, never mind. It's followed by damage poison.
Yeah, it looks like Sho is heading for Marsh now, though, so... Black Knight is on the bottom floor of ice. Gonna clear out some chests. So right about now, both our runners have a pretty good idea of what they need to do, so... It's pretty much, once you get the floater, how you're gonna route everything in to save yourself the most amount of time. Alright, seeing that we are about 50 minutes in, Ed, would you like to give the fine folks a recap on what we found about so far, or in case anybody new has just joined us recently?
Yeah, so to wrap things up, I know it looks to folks like, yeah, they're still on the Intercontinent. Must have been some brutal stuff. But really, it's just been some strange routing and a lot of incentive items early that didn't add up to extra exploration. We had 2 loose in key-locked Dwarf Cave. We had a tail and a loot. The key was given out by Bicky. We had the chime and the crown handed out. We have an X-Cal in the top of Marsh, so...
And there was a question in chat. Why they didn't do Marsh earlier is because they found the canoe and they both decided the bulk density of chests in Volcano and Ice was too good to pass.
Yeah, I say strange routing. Don't take it as a criticism of the runners. It's just this seed has kind of forced you into some pretzel logic. That's for sure.
I'm actually pretty sure even some of the better players probably would have taken this route according to what they got. I know I might have.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the way Sho went, and I'm like, I probably would have done everything exactly how he did it.
Ooh, ghouls with crack.
Oh gosh, Ahmed. So we've seen ghouls with crack. We've got mucks with lit 3. Imagine
Wolves
trying to do this earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't want it to come here at low levels because it probably would not have been pretty. Humpy McSaddles, I am the king of hating Marsh. Like, I will do everything else in my power not to go to Marsh.
So yeah, we had Adamant for sale for about 27K in Provoca. And that crown turn-in got you the TNT, which was the canoe. So Canal really being the only bottleneck, and the numbers say that Canal probably ended up in Volcano or Ice, but not the case. We'll see if it's keylock.
Yeah, and that's something else. They can actually get the keylock chests in here now. Earlier on, they probably wouldn't have been able to.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see either runner just immediately head right out as soon as they get that item.
Especially Mucks with Ice too. Marsh would have wiped you like no tomorrow earlier on.
Yeah, there's no there it is.
And I's the buys that builds the boat, and I's the buys that sails her. I'm surprised Sho is still checking chests here. I guess he figures since he's down this far.
Yeah, it looks like he's just gonna get the easy to get ones and then mosey on out.
Now it looks like Canal, that Ruby turn-in is looking mighty sweet right now.
Yeah, especially with the Opal Cheerio being off the table, the chances that you're gonna get at least one key item out of that check is pretty high.
Yeah, you have to follow the Ruby at this point in time. Because I mean, if Sarda's holding on to the floater, all your troubles are just gonna go away.
And all that for about 800 gold.
Hey, 800 gold is 800 gold.
That is true.
Seeing as they got 64k in the chest earlier, you know, it's kind of a trade-off, but... I'm studying your moves, J-Lo. Alright, so Sho is bailing. It's like Black Knight is on his way to Marsh himself, because he's got to realize that's the only place he has left to go.
Yeah, running away from these gators. So yeah, at 55 minutes, we're finally out of the inner sea.
Yeah, so now if you're Sho, and this canoe was, and the canal is in Marsh, how are you feeling to know that your opponent may have went there before you? You think you're feeling a little behind by now?
I feel like if he did that, then fine. You know, I'm just gonna play my game, and if it turned out that, you know, especially with all the nasty stuff that was in there, if he made it, then he deserves it. Just give him a
Yeah,
win.
that's true. Alright, so Sho is going to be the first one out of the inner sea. I think this is one of the longest times it's taken that I've seen to find the canal. And all because the seed threw you items to send you a different way. Like Black Knight's gonna restock here and make his way towards Marsh, and meanwhile Sho is heading out to the open sea.
All right, and then because this is the way it always works, the warp and exit are going to be at level 5.
And not usable till promotion.
Oh, there's Invis 2 and Wall. So there's some good stuff here for sure.
I mean, really, in Black, you're only looking for Nuke at the moment. You got Fast, you got Temper, you got Brack, you got Quad X. I mean, really, your Black Magic's looking pretty tight.
Yeah, no dice today. Where are the gold bracelets?
Probably max price in on rack or something.
Yeah. So Sho doing some inventory Tetris. What do we got in here? Got silvers. Come on, give the black mage something, dude.
Yeah, the Black Mage is feeling pretty naked there. I don't know what he's got under that cape, but... Looks like Sho is going to go for the Ruby check right away.
Silver bracelets are so good.
Yeah, silver Cheerios are nice. They're good armor for your mages who can use them. Equivalent to the silver armor, actually.
Alright, so time to feed the Titan.
So Sho is going to feed the Titan's addiction here.
And Black Knight is going to stock up on some more stuff. Finally enough for soft potions.
Money, a cabin, not a bad sort, and there's the rod. So that puts Earth on the table right away in this routing.
Yeah, so
I
you
mean,
can go mode Earth. I'd be interested to see if Sho decides to just knock that out while he's here. I wouldn't blame him if he wants to get a bunch of levels and hope things run away from him. I think either way you go, it's probably equivalent.
I think the only way in this situation I think you see Sho go to Earth is if Sarda's not holding on to this floater. Because I think if Sarda's holding on to this floater, you get the airship, you check the other key locked, you check the other incentivized items, and then you plow through Earth. There's the blizzard from the spotters. Their blizzard's a little more powerful than your Ice 3.
What's the worst blizzard you've ever been through?
The worst, what do you mean? Like real blizzard or just
Yeah.
in the game blizzard?
Not a real blizzard.
Man, it's been snowing up here for a month. I'm telling you, I've walked through so much snow in the last month. It's like, oh my god. I almost cry every time I walk outside and I see like the mountains of snow. Yeah, but now here's the kicker. Do you chase the crystal or do you do Earth while you're here?
I think you gotta chase the crystal.
Because I mean, one of these has got to lead to the floater. Unless it's sitting there in Ordeals or the waterfall, I guess. Or sea. Well, it can't be in sea, I guess. Well, it could be if one of these leads to the Oxyale, I suppose, eh?
Yeah, that is entirely possible.
Floater and sea. I had a race like that a couple of years ago. I think it was like an hour and 40 minutes before I found the floater. It was buried in sea. Shift F4, yeah, it pretty much is.
The only reason I can get away with it is because I used to live in Buffalo. I know how that goes.
Although it's been warm the last couple of days, so it's been melting, but I have a feeling we're due for one more big blast before April's over.
Alright, so Black Knight making his way to Canal Town.
Canal Town, population you, bro! Looks like Sho is heading back to the inner sea, gonna chase that crystal. No, Shibato, we're not the only cold place. We're not really that, and actually, to be honest, we don't really get that cold of temperatures. I think like the worst it's been this winter for us is minus 15 Celsius, maybe a little bit more. It's the wind chill that kills you.
Alright, Matoya, you left us at Sarda's house.
Yeah, I wonder what she was doing visiting him and she lost her eye.
It never ends. There's an
Nope. Let's chase the herb now.
Yeah,
Is
what
there
is
anything else
the
you
worst
can get?
possible result? Yeah, the Oxyale to go into sea.
Yeah, this big long chase and you come up with an Oxyale. Oh, you know what would be worse? This big long chase would lead to the cube. Then you can go to Sky.
Yeah, fortunately no loose there, but it still feels bad.
Yeah, feels bad, man.
Yeah, that's true. We also haven't seen the Thor, the Power Gauntlet or the Thor Hammer either. So all that.
Can you imagine? Follow this whole quest chain, get a Thor Hammer.
Yeah.
Beat the prince over the head with it.
So alright, yeah, just hand out the slab right now.
Yeah, slab would be nice to see. Another quest chain. No.
Alright, well, I mean, slab's still on the table. Could be vanilla.
But now they got the way into the sea, and that is incentivized, so you could route that in with the waterfall all at once along with Ordeals now, so that wouldn't make for bad routing.
Yeah, it's pretty convenient to knock all that out.
Falconic, I'll take 78 any day. If it means I don't have to wear 4 layers of clothes out the door in the morning, yeah, I'll take it. Alright, looks like Blackknight's found the canal, but I think he's gonna keep digging, maybe? I think he's making his decision here.
Yeah, just the gears are turning a little bit.
Looks like Sho
I
is
think
worth.
just knocking this out, huh? That's interesting.
Well, you're here. I mean, you know, it's a quick... It's only gonna take you a couple of minutes, because you don't have to open any chests. You can just go straight to the bottom. I can see what it would be. You wouldn't have to come back.
Yeah, I can kind of see it. Oh, there's a mage fighter tile too. That's pretty nice. I can understand why someone would do it. I don't have any ribbons. I kind of don't want to dive any dungeons I don't have to, you know? We'll save this one for last in case I run into something that has Zap or Bane again.
Well, there's the unrunnable asps. With ice too, I believe they had.
I think it's the mucks that have the ice too.
I'm pretty sure the asp will have something dirty too if given the chance. It looks like Sho's gonna dive some chests here, so I wonder what he could be looking for.
Yeah, does
ribbons? Only possibility I can think of.
Yeah, he's got everything else, but there are a lot more convenient chests to check out.
Yes, the first 2 floors of Mirage of Sky alone give you more than what Earth gives you.
Yeah, and you're going to be checking mermaids anyway, so...
Yeah, you definitely have to do mermaids, because that's where the incentivized chest is. But I mean, I can see where he's routing this in. He's here, he won't have to come back later.
Yeah, it's just I don't care for this chest very much. Although the tiles.
Yeah, but I like to chase the incentivized locations first, because I mean, oh, there's a ribbon. Payoff.
Yeah, there you go. Alright, just how you draw it up.
Alright, we'll stop talking now, because it looks like Sho's got this under control.
Or does he? Oh, this is bad.
Oh, and ambushed by some wolves. But it's the good wolves, so he's okay. Oh, can you imagine if the bat just turns left? Come on, you can do it. Turn. Oh, yes.
Oh no! He's blocked again.
The bats are just giving him the business. Look at this. Oh, someone's gonna clip that. That's immaculate right there.
There's another one waiting for him.
Just never ends.
Sho's still digging chests out.
Yeah, I find it kind of weird. I mean, he got lucky with that ribbon, but I don't know if I'd be digging too many in here.
Unless he doesn't realize that he got two of the loose items. That could be bad.
Looks like Black Knight is going to give, is he going to check Keylock Topher? Yeah, he is too.
Yeah, this is not so good for poor Sho.
Pound Town, he has 1 ribbon. And did Black Knight get the canal and keep it? Yeah, he must have. Or maybe he didn't, but I can't understand. He would have been right there. Did anybody watch if maybe he didn't know the chest was in that door? This could be bad.
Yeah, we've got this could be bad on both sides. Black Knight is checking Temple of Fiends, and Sho is checking every chest.
I mean, with the Mazmun, it's not gonna have much trouble against Lich, so I guess you could, but unless he's praying for double ribbon in here or something. But I think at this point, one ribbon. I think I'd say with Mazmun, I think I'd say no more chests, and I'd go mode the rest of this. Get all the incentivized locations, kill all the fiends, and go.
Not happening.
No, proving us wrong. And that's why we're commentators and he's the runner.
Alright, well, Sho finds another Pro Cape, so the equipment here, not too bad.
I didn't see what Black Knight found in TOFR, but I don't think it was anything good.
Yeah, he's looking at his inventory real hard right now. He missed it for sure.
Yeah, if he missed that room in Marsh with the canal, I mean, how long is it going to be before he's got to be wondering what he missed at this point. And if he doesn't know that chest is in the room, well, I mean, this could be the end of the road right here. This is the end of the road, Black Knight. Yeah, he's thinking pretty heavily here. Meanwhile, Sho still checking chests.
Yeah, Blackknight.exe has stopped responding.
Unless he's checking maps.
If he's checking maps, that's the right move. He'll definitely know what he missed then.
That's what I'd be doing right about now. Mulberry bush, the mulberry bush. Sorry, my nephew's trying to sleep and he's got his music going and it just got in my head.
Yeah, there's the crack ghoul, but only one of them.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what Black Knight does now because, I mean, if he thinks he's full cleared Marsh, I mean, he's full cleared everything right now. He doesn't really have any options.
Yeah, it's just a matter of where do you go back and check now?
And what did you miss? Like, it's... See what he does here. He's going back to his ship, so... Maybe he looked at a map and realized he missed a chest, but it looks like he's heading for the outer sea, so... But he can't. Oh, I feel bad when this happens to a runner, because I know it's happened to me a few times. You forget that one thing, and that one chest you don't check has what you need.
960 inch. That is a dead lich.
Yeah, I don't think Black Knight has a clue of what's going on at this point in time. What do you say? I mean, you know...
And we've got Sho digging out every single chest as well, so I mean, there's still hope for Black Knight if he finds this out. Sho is in some trouble too.
Yeah, but Black Knight's heading the wrong way. Wonder if he's heading back to Fire, thinking he missed something in Volcano.
Well, we know that he skipped the Agama chest in Ice, so if he goes back that way, that's going to be real bad.
Yeah, that's because I'm pretty sure he full cleared Volcano. Looks like Sho is finally out of Earth and making his way, I would say, down toward on-rack territory. Yeah, he's heading back towards Ice or Volcano, so this is probably the end of it.
Yeah, this is not how you want to start your tournament out, but we'll see how things shake out. Sho is about to dig ordeals out, so we're gonna break some new ground here.
Yeah, definitely feel bad for Black Knight. It's like Sho's gonna hit up ordeals here.
Ah, the good old pillar maze.
Yeah, it's not just down, down, down anymore. And with no warp, if you take a wrong step and get sent back to the beginning, you're like, oh, there you go, Sho. Yeah, Black Knight heading back for the volcano here, so maybe he missed a few on that first floor, but as we all know, this is not gonna help him out.
Gargoyles laughing heartily at that ice 3. Alright, so here we go. The one chest you skipped in here. It's not it.
The beginning of the end. I mean, if the canoe is not in, the canal is not in this chest, I honestly don't know what he's gonna do. Like, yeah, like I'm at a loss for words on this one. You know, Sho is still digging out chests, unless he's looking for that second ribbon.
Question in chat. Black Knight is missing the canal, and it is in Marsh. Just ran right by a room.
Yeah, I'm thinking he doesn't know there's a chest in that room, and unfortunately, anytime you forget one single chest in a game, it's probably got something you need. Take it from me, I know.
Yeah, I remember talking to Miot back in the day. He said he had no idea that the first floor of C had two chests in it. You learned that one the hard way.
Yeah, I left you know the room in Earth that's way off to the side. It's got the one single chest.
Yeah.
I never knew that was there. So one seat I ran that had progression, so I was just done.
Hey, we got a floater.
There you go. Sho's gonna be in the air, and Sho is in complete control of this match right now.
Yeah, this is looking real good for Sho right now.
Yeah, unless Black Knight discovers what he's missing, I don't like his chances at this point. Well, even if he discovers what he's missing, I think Sho now is too big a lead for him to overcome. Unless TOFR would be a total slog, but
I think even then that kind of benefits Sho, especially with how he's been digging equipment out. He's already got that ribbon pretty well prepared. That's a ribbon I doubt Black Knight finds.
yeah, I agree 100%. So I think Sho was the type of guy that always dug every chest from what I remember when I watch him race.
Hey, you might just be looking for defense sword. That's also real nice to have.
As long as he validates the seed and drops the Vorpal out the third sky window, we'll be happy.
That's the important part. Can't forget that.
Yeah. Everything else is trivial. And we got some maps strat, some black
Yeah,
Black Knight.
just trying to figure out what he missed here. This is
But I've been well informed that he plays his seeds out to the very end, so I can't see him giving up anytime soon until Sho hits done.
is that pro rings for sale in Gaia? It's always good to find. Sho remembered he popped the bottle too, so time to take care of this promotion thing.
Yeah, and he's still got that dragon armor from Volcano, so that's basically a semi-ribbon for his fighter as it is, because dragon armor does do resist in all elements. So yeah, Sho's looking pretty good armor-wise there, and weapon. So I can't see. I mean, he still needs the cube, but he knows he's still got the waterfall to go through, so he knows that's where his cube is right now. Unless it turns out to be the slab, and then it's a great fetch quest down to Lufinage or whatever.
Yeah, and yeah, Black Knight is just has no idea where to go.
Yeah, I'm feeling really, really bad for Black Knight because he has no idea what he wants to do at this point. So, I mean, we can send our vibes out to him. Maybe he'll... But, like, if he doesn't know that chest he missed in Marsh is there, then I don't know what to say.
Yeah, at this point, I don't know. I think logically, maybe checking ice, but at this point, you just got to retrace your steps and start opening chests you already know you open. Maybe he'll do that starting with Marsh.
He knows he full cleared ice, so I can't see why he's cleared. Question in chat. Think he heads Marsh again? Well, he might. Maybe discover he missed that chest. It'd be nice. I think it would be too little too late at this point, but it still would be nice to see him finish out the seed.
Yeah, I hope he goes back there, but it's not looking too good right now.
No, it'd be a miraculous surprise if I seen him go back there. Did he check the key lock at Astos, I wonder? I think he did.
Sure did, yeah. And Sho is just ripping right by these chests, so I guess that one ribbon is what he wanted, and he's got everything now.
Well, there's really nothing else he needs. He got the dragon armor now, and his fighter's like stacked to the max here, so. And he can throw that ribbon down on his black mage or his white mage or whatever mage he wants to get support, so. I can't see Sho checking another chest. He's just going to rip through. But it looks like Black Knight is heading back towards Marsh. And the Wolves have something to say about that.
Yep. Not so fast, buddy.
You haven't had enough beating for one seed yet.
So yeah, Sho on his way to light orb number 3, and Black Knight maybe on the verge of unraveling this.
One can only hope. But he is going back to Marsh, so that is a good sign. Well, he's going in the right direction.
Ah, there's an unrunnable we hadn't seen before. Now we have Kraken on Show's side. But should go down pretty easy.
You mean you had Kraken on show side?
Oh, there it is. Oh no.
Oh, he found
Yeah,
it.
there's. Yep, there it is. So, yeah, I'm gonna be able to finish the seed out now, but definitely very, very far behind, and it's gonna take a murderous Temple of Fiends in order to catch up here. Show just ripping through Mirage Tower right now. It's a heck of a run on that floor.
Now he's just getting everything he needs and getting it done.
I haven't seen what level Show is at. Won't be surprised if that Knight's at 24, but we can definitely tell when he takes a swing. Yeah, but he's gonna have to for this fight. But it's good experience. Couple of fire hydrants here with the Ice 3 comes out before the Lit 3, so no big deal. Alright, 3 for 263 blows up that fighter. Look at that. Turns right at the exact moment. That is the sign of a guy that has played the most seeds in FFR SRL history.
I would agree to that.
Alright, more fire hydrants. Freezing them out. And Black Knight is headed over to Sarda to pick up the rod and crystal. Oh, that Lit 3 comes out. And yeah, that red mage got high rolled. But we got life too. That's why you bring him, right?
Yeah, that's a good thing you got that white mage. That life too is gonna come in mega handy.
Alright, Tiamat. We got fast, we got temper, or we got lock. Let's see how this shakes out. That is 8 for 173. Time to buff that guy. Tiamat throwing out the Oreo Blizzard, but 8 hits for over 1,000. 1385. That's it's a rough beat.
And kids,
Now,
that is the power of the Mazmoon.
Yeah, that's not even it's not even the 5th hit on the table either. So good stuff.
So it looks like Sho is all set here. So the slab was not required. Which tells me the slab was going to turn into the Thor's hammer or something, so.
So there's a question in chat, Hangry. There's somebody's asking, is there another match today?
No, none of the, I think there's one at 8:30, I think. Something like that.
There's no other match that you might be involved in?
No, nobody wants to see that.
But yeah, we've got another match at 8 and one at 8:30. So those are going to be on the Randomania network of channels. So keep an eye out there.
It's possible I might make an appearance.
Good luck, buddy.
Yeah, same to you. But I think I am going to leave, take my absence, so I can get myself set up here. I'm having a little trouble with my OBS for some unknown reason, so I will leave you all in the capable hands of Edge, and I hope you have a good night.
All right, thanks for hanging around, Canuck. Appreciate it. We talked earlier before the match, and yeah, he had to hop out at around the 1:30 mark. So, but that leaves Temple of Fiends and some real excitement here. So, solo comms, here we go. Sho running into a pack of Earths. Black Knight hitting up some gargoyles. So yeah, right now, Sho looking like he's in pretty good shape. I would feel a little more comfortable in his shoes if that fighter had just an extra level, but I think this is definitely doable. Gurmagus with Glare, though, a little rude. But you got a white mage that is immune to death, so should be alright as long as you can get out of this fight. Yeah, Sho's not even going to pick up the other party members because, yeah, they're just going to die to this again. So that's a pretty slick move. You don't have protection for them, just leave them down. That way you don't burn through extra charges. And Black Knight is going to dig out that ribbon as well. So my prediction did not come true. Now we'll see if he decides to go mode it through there. Always a pleasure doing comms with you, Hangry. Thanks for hanging out. Best of luck to you. Alright, so we have Lich. Are we going to see some respect? Nope. Nope. Or you're going to kind of see some respect. That's a white shirt. That's a Vorpal. And that is first turn stop. But that's not going to stop the Masmian wielder. So how much damage are we seeing here? 4 for 237. Stun doesn't work. Never will work. He doesn't have 300 or less. And this fast ought to do it. Yeah, 8 hits for 762. And we have level 24 on some of the characters. So if that white mage hit 24, I imagine the knight also hit 24. That's a good break point because that's the extra 5th hit for the Masmian. And Sho really doesn't need any more experience, just chugging towards the finish line here. Black Knight is being given the business by both bats and wolves, but making steady progress towards the end of Earth Cave here. Well, we got 4 red dragons that are unrunnable, and I don't think we've seen these guys in the game to date. But they die to just 200 damage off of Fade. Not too scary. Black Knight also looks like he's going to be on the full clear Earth train, so probably not happy with his equipment either. Alright, so Knight is fasted up. Got a lock thrown out to chip away at some of that Temple of Fiends evasion. And a Fire 2 comes out from Carry, and Sho responds with 810 damage. Good night. Next floor. And Black Knight checking the vanilla earth trap tile on the 3rd floor, and he gets a soft potion. So probably not worth it, but that's a good tile for experience. Experience is not what Sho needs as he runs away from all of these fights. And yeah, the sea floor is pretty much loaded, but by the time you get here, you usually have all the experience that you want. And now we're queuing up for Kraken. Does not move the knight to the back row, hoping that that dragon armor is going to be able to soak a hit. And we're throwing out an evasion stack of fast. He gets pretty good turn order on this. And that is a real dead red mage. 9 hits for 400 damage. So that white mage is looking like a crunchy snack there. Gotta get this fight over with quick. And he does. So that is pretty vanilla health Kraken 2. And straight into Tiamat. Now, we haven't seen a lot of nastiness so far. Runs the same play, invis, lock, fast. 10 hits for 162. Time to start stacking the tempers up. Quad X not going to work. Black Knight on the verge of making the Lich 1 fight and lighting his 2nd orb. If he's got any hope to catch up, it's got to be something nasty right now. But these buffs are coming out pretty reliably for Sho. Next hit's going to be a doozy. Wow, 10 hits for 328. This is a Tiamat with a lot of absorb. Another swing out. Should have a better result. Ten hits for 589, and that was on no crits. So another white shirt coming out. We have sure throw a Quad X out there. We've done a fair amount of damage. Black Mage hanging on by the skin of his teeth, and that's going to do it. One more swing. And she's out of there. Time for chaos. One more bump in the road. Sho's got a lot of Cure 4 charges. A lot of support in this party. And he's just going to run the same play. Throw out another lock. Probably a good idea. But Chaos takes the 5 hits, no problem. So, not a lot of evasion on these Temple of Fiends here. Punches the White Mage for 307. That might result in the Cure 4 coming out. And it does. So we'll see that come out and another Temper. 10 hits for 456. So this Chaos is not bringing the Absorb either. This fight looks like it's pretty much in the bag for Sho. Another set of Tempers coming out. 3 stacks of evasion. Looks pretty good for any physical attacks here. 10 hits for 297. No crits on that swing, so gotta do damage the hard way. Last round of Tempers, and we finally see a nuke. And that knocks down all of the spellcasters, except for the White Mage. White Mage being a little higher health than everyone else. And out comes that Cure 4 defensively. Lit 2 follows up, so the White Mage is going to be able to live to throw heals out for the red or the Knight. Yeah, this is looking real good for Sho. 10 hits for 1197, and that's all she wrote. Sho finishing with an SRL time of 1:39.44. Get out your GGs for 1-0 Sho. Yeah, very, very, very twisty seed as far as the routing goes. And we'll try to get Sho in for an interview. It looks like Black Knight's going to finish out this seed as well, so we'll stick with them as long as we can. And we'll try to get Sho in for an interview. 111 chests open. Only 1-0 here. Pretty good stats. Hey, we're joined by Sho. GG.
Thank you. Woof.
So, how about that canal placement, huh?
Oh my gosh. I mean, it was rather unfortunate, but like if I had gone to Marsh and got the canal, that would have meant I probably would have done things way differently, and so yeah. I'm glad I didn't have to do a lot of checks. Managed to be able to skip a few.
Yeah, I noticed that you full cleared Earth. Were you still hoping to dig out a ribbon at that point?
I was, it's always nice to have, that safety. Oh man. But yeah, not having to go to Lefane or do that fetch quest was nice. Not going to Waterfall, that definitely saved time. Or even like mermaids. So
yeah, finding... you were able to step on the gas pretty quick after getting that canal, but yeah, what was that? 2 loose in Dwarf Cave?
Yeah, it was Dwarf Cave, right? That had loot and key.
Loot and ruby,
tail.
Yeah.
And then, of course, finding the ruby, which of course, got another, got another 2 checks there. Yeah, that canal though was super troll.
So yeah, we were talking about the routing of this. I think it was, just by the numbers, it was the smart play to go dig out ice and volcano, but it just didn't happen to work out. But there was some nasty stuff in Marsh too.
Yeah, when I saw the arachnids or whatever had thunder or something, something ridiculous, I was like, I'm gonna avoid going to Marsh Cave for a bit because they're there. So there's exit and heal 3, level 7, huh? Yeah, not having warp or exit made things, took a lot longer because you just had to walk everywhere.
Yeah, but I mean, it feels bad when you don't have it, but it feels way worse when you brought a party that doesn't have it, but your opponent can.
Yeah.
So at least warp and exit were off the table for most of the seed.
Yeah. And like finding the what was it that 4 Agama tile in Ice Cave. I mean, if I'd brought a black belt, that would have been a pretty solid grind. Except they had some really high HP. And then the trap tile was of course Soria's. Like wow, XP, givers right there, all in Ice Cave.
Yeah, there were a lot of good XP tiles this time around. There was the Naga water tile as well in
Yeah,
Volcano.
and luckily, they didn't hit too hard. So I was able to take him out with Ice 3 and like finding Masa and Volcano, that was like, well, I've got a good weapon. Because I was going to be content with Vorpal and just kind of go with Vorpal strats. And after if I had found the floater, but then finding the Masa was like, well, I don't need to worry about the Vorpal anymore, and I can put it as a backup on my red mage.
Oh no, Black Knight going to C digs out Vanilla Slab. Oh no. It's the fetch quest that keeps on giving.
Oh man, that is rough. I wonder what it's going to lead to, whether it's going to be Power Bonk or Thor Hammer.
It's going to lead to sadness.
Yeah. I mean, Bonk would have been nice, but luckily the fiends in TFR weren't too terrible. So
yeah, it looked like they didn't roll very high in evasion, although it looked like you hit the lock early on a lot of them too. So
yeah, I think Kraken and Chaos definitely had a rolled higher defense because I wasn't hitting them too hard, even though I was able to hit them. But a few tempers later, things started to happen.
yeah, and how nice was it to have that white mage kicking around too?
Oh, so nice. I mean, just because Life and Life 2 were both level 6. Inconveniently, both level 6. Because I was thinking about possibly damning one of the party members, probably the red mage or the black. I mean, one of the red mage or the black mage, and then doing just 3-man strats. But I guess all that extra healing was really nice.
Yeah, so I have to ask you. You did 2-man strats through the top of Volcano with the white mage in the night, and then you went back to Crescent Lake. Did you realize you had a life 2 charge on the white mage at that point?
Did I really? I thought it was too low level for the
Nah, 16 gives you one.
I didn't think about that. That definitely would have saved time. But once I found because that trap tile was zombie dragons and whiz vamps, and they weren't too bad, so that could have been an easy grind spot. The second ribbon. That was super nice.
The free ribbon too. I was surprised that Black Knight found the same ribbon that you did, but he also went Earth early.
And I did Earth a little bit differently. I kind of did Crystal strats where I skipped the first floor for checking chests, did the rest of the dungeon, then went back and then checked the top floor just because it's easier to reset out. So I think I learned that from him.
Yeah, that was one of those things that I learned from Jay Coper, and I think I like that if you're looking for a loose item, because you can kind of do the follow the logic and open the 8 on the bottom floor first.
I was hoping I didn't orphan any items in Marsh Cave. Because once I found the canal, I was like, I'm going to skip all the trap tiles and just get out of here.
That unfortunately is what Black Knight did, and it was the canal that he orphaned. Just
really?
walk right by that chest, yeah.
Oh no.
So yeah, when you found the floater is when he finally found the canal. So it was kind of it was real rough.
Because that totally could have changed a lot of things if he had found the canal early.
Yeah. Also had kind of a rough time in Volcano as well. Went there a little lower level than you did, and turns out those water packs also had trance.
Oh no.
They just they were very low to cast it, but they got good turn order on them, and one of them just stunned the whole party. So
Yeah, and I definitely got lucky with Ordeals having the floater. Because it's easier to. It's probably more logical to check Waterfall and Sea Shrine for the two key items there rather than just going to Ordeals. But Ordeals kind of paid off. That's old school file strat right there.
yeah, thanks, Files.
Just do Ordeals. So I did, and luckily it had the floater. And then Guy, of course, had the cube. And I was like, well, I'm in Go mode now. Just go get the class change and then equip everything and just go straight through. And then checking that one chest in Sea Shrine, which had the ribbon. I was like, oh, okay, second ribbon.
All right, well, there we go.
Yeah, I was thinking about going back and seeing if the red mage could learn wall, just in case, because that was like level 5, I think. So learning wall would have been probably a good thing if I didn't find that second ribbon.
Yeah, Black Knight going with buff strats for this Kraken fight, and this Kraken is not long for this world. even if all these Brax miss.
Yeah.
This is just 3 Brax miss. This is just not Black Knight's day. All right, so you move to 1-0. Anybody you might be excited to face in the next round?
Someone who is not like Cheese or Thunder or any of those kind of people who are really, really good. Ale, Bert, all the guys who are like, definitely like on the fire right now.
I kind of want to see you and Greg Lee do a gentleman's agreement black belt match.
Oh my god, I would love it. Oh no, he's going to go into Waterfall and it's going to have nothing. Of course, it was really weird that the really long hero walk at the beginning. I think the second after the first encounter was a pretty long. Could have done some hero walks here and there, but I was like, that first encounter with the Mad Pony that just didn't die from an Ice 3. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, it was funny too because you low rolled that poor thing, and it was like because Black Knight ran into the same one. It just got 150 on it. And it just keeled over. So it's like somewhere between 98 and 150 HP.
Oh man, Bird is very bad. We all say that, But
I disagree.
yeah, I would agree. I would also disagree. Man, wonder what's here. Because I found Excal somewhere. I was like, I don't need it.
Yeah, that was the top of Marsh Cave. So I think the only thing we really haven't seen is the defense sword, right?
It's true. I never found, I haven't seen Black Shirt. I don't know where Black Shirt is. Or, wow, look at that Dragon Warrior sprite. This sprite palette's really cool. Definitely digging that.
Yeah, there's some unique choices in there for sure. We saw some Final Fantasy 2 and 3, and then there was Dragon Warrior, a couple Dragon Warriors in there too.
It's pretty neat the things that people are doing with the randomizer and with the palettes and stuff like that. I forgot someone was running the other day and they had like alternate sprite palettes for the TOFR boss fights. I think Kraken was pissed in Honda, and I was dying. That was really good.
Yeah, I think that's the last time.
Thorhammer, boo!
like if you're Black Knight, do you just reset out at this point?
I mean, I would. Because the thing that really sucks about this seed is that floater is required which was in Gaia, and you need that to get the cube. So Black Knight will have to go to Ordeals. Yeah.
You keep your Thor hammer. I don't want it.
I wonder if Black Knight's going to go to Ordeals or do the slab check.
Well, no, with no, yeah, you can't do the slab check without the floater, fortunately, so that's going to save him some time.
Maybe hoping for a cube in here. Of course, if the cube was also in whatchamacallit, it still would have technically been in go mode, although it would have been less fortunate because it would have been far weaker going into Temple of Fiends Revisited without that class change.
What level do you usually shoot for going into Temple of Fiends?
Under these boss flags, I try to aim for 20, 21 generally. Whether it's a full party, nice.
Yeah.
Whether it's a full party or not, I'm generally shooting for like 20, 21. That's usually a pretty good spot. And fighter gains extra hits, I think, with Xcal and Masa at 21 and also 25. So around there. I mean, obviously, if it was a black belt, probably 32 on these flags, just because you hit quite a bit harder.
Yeah, I feel like that's something you can adjust based on the available magic too.
Oh my god, magic was all right. Like there was decent healing, and a good AOE at the beginning, which is all we really needed, and fast and temper were available. So
yeah, I feel like it was a pretty solid white mage seed.
Yeah. Nice to have the white shirt and Cure 4, Life 2, Cure 3, and Fade at level 3, which made them really useful.
Yeah, who needs heal pots, right?
Oh yeah. And after I hit, I think, was it 23? Because I hit 23 after coming out of, or before coming out of Sky, which gave me that one charge of magic for the night. So I opted to get Cure 4 as a backup because can never go wrong with Cure 4. And as we saw, Chaos had nukes, so
yeah, those extra levels on the white mage paid off there a little bit, and it was Cure 4 was even night learnable, right?
Yeah, and so I picked it up on the night just as a backup. And I could have picked up Cure 3 as well because that was level. No, I couldn't have. Was that level 3? Maybe it was level 3. I could have picked up Cure 3.
Yeah, I forget what slot that was in, but not Fade.
Yeah,
Fade
not
was all
Fade.
yours.
But Fade was definitely super helpful. I just wish Nuke wasn't level 7.
Yeah.
Because when you see that, you're like, oh. But if like Nuke's level 1, you're like, oh well, I should have rolled 3 red mages.
All right, there's the floater. So Black Knight is not too far away from closing this out. So, before we kind of switch gears back to covering Black Knight, any final thoughts? How are the seeds going for you so far?
Most of them have been pretty terrible. I really haven't done anything sub 130 in any of these flags, any of the flag sets. So just going to keep practicing. Probably try to work out two or 3 man strats, most likely 3 because I'm really shaky on 2 man strats. But I know, like CC can run 2 man and just, oh, I'm done in an hour. Thanks. So, but yeah, I'm obviously keep practicing stuff. And now that we have all this time, with everything being unfortunately shut down. So
yeah.
I'm definitely going to put in a lot more practice because I need it.
All right. Well, thanks for the interview. Best of luck to you in the rest of the tournament. Stay healthy.
Absolutely. Looking forward to the rest of it. So catch everybody later.
All right, so we have Black Knight in the air at 157. And even the airship is customized, too. Sorry, just moving my microphone around a little bit. Hopefully you can still hear me. So Black Knight is gonna reset all the way back to ordeals, which is not so good. So time to drop that floater off again. Because, yeah, minus the cube, got everything for go mode. And I wonder if he remembers that he used the bottle, because that might be another wild goose chase. Oh, we'll see. Yeah, because Black Knight is in the driver's seat right now. Just needs to remember that that bottle was already used, and maybe doesn't, because this is a trip to Doctor Who, and well, we'll at least see the power gauntlet. Just an unlucky run for Black Knight, but I mean, anybody that's run this randomizer, we've all been there. There is the promotion, so time to gear up that night. There's actually a lot of gear kicking around the inventory that will be useful. There's dragon armor, opal helmet, a couple of ribbons, looking good. So 139 for show, not a bad time considering how weirdly the routing went in this seed, and no warp or exit either. But like you said, being able to cut out the slab check and waterfall certainly helped out a lot. Didn't even have to go up to didn't even have to go up to that incentive location either. There's level 7 nuke, and that is level 7 nuke getting picked up on everybody. So probably at least one charge of that, and that'll help in a fiend fight for sure. And now we have level 8 Warp and level 8 Lit 3. So all the goods on this level. Feels bad. Stocking up on those cheap heal potions again and Piers. Just got to talk to the fairy. That's it. Yeah. And with Black Knight's gear and party layout, it's going to be a pretty quick Mirage, pretty quick Sky, pretty quick Temple of Fiends. So here we go, the final leg. Already up to Sky, not taking any fights. This is going pretty quick. And hey, we haven't seen a war mech yet. Just a couple of rock goals, though. Sky 2 may be a royal pain to clear out, but it is very good for building up experience. Unfortunately, only some gold in the cloth. And in the adamant chest, we have the third ribbon. Wow, that's a pull. All right, up to floor 3. The maze is next. And we haven't seen any war mechs yet either, so given how Black Knight's seed has gone so far, I wouldn't be surprised if we stumbled across one. But still digging out some chests. Wonder where that defense sword is hiding. Certainly not in any of these. How about in here? Nope. So with 3 ribbons, the Gurmaduces of Doom are probably not going to do very much. But as opposed to Sho, who had access to Life and Life 2, I do not see that in Black Knight's spell inventory. So this could get dicey. We'll see. Healing up before crossing the bridge. There's a couple of fighters. Not too bad to find. Definitely not Warmech. And you got to take these. Some of the easiest experience you will pick up. Oh, and now we got some sorcerers and mud goals. So out come the fire threes, and that is a very very high HP sorcerer. Ate a fire 3 for 178, so somewhere in the neighborhood of 200 HP. That is pretty high for those guys. And now we have air elementals. Okay. Yeah, that is not a good part of the table. Poor Black Knight has gotten about 5 encounters already. And here's some fire hydrants. And the lit 3s is going to come out pretty heavy, but with 3 ribbons, should be a pretty okay fight. There's still hope. Nope. Made it through. On to Tiamat. Healing up real quick. And then we'll see what strategy Black Knight decides to employ for this fight. He's got 3 Brat casters, but he also has a very buff knight. And it looks like the buffs went out. So there's fast, temper, and the worst possible turn order you could get. There it is. Ooh, firing out a Bane and hits the poison smoke. So finally something going a little right for Black Knight in this seed. And we have 1 more orb to go. Nope, that was the last orb. We have 1 more. I guess you could count the Black Orb and Temple of Fiends as the last orb. But either way, that's where we're headed. Black Knight's probably going to top off the heal potions and then dive right in. The Knight definitely has enough in the level department to pick up a Cure 4 charge. And I do not blame him at all for doing this. Picks up a heal 2 as well. Got the cash, might as well burn it. And then out to Canaria. And I would love if you were able to cast fast on the airship. But as it turns out, you can only cast slow. There's level 1 cure. You never have enough healing, right? Just checking that spell list again. Got a few nuke charges. As Black Knight is going to finish out filling up this spell book. Can definitely get some more white magic on the Knight here at level 3. Well, there's heal. Well, we don't have heal potions here. And he's got 71. I think that's plenty for this Temple of Fiends. We'll see if Black Knight agrees. Nope. Always feels like you never have enough of those heal potions in Temple of Fiends, so I can't blame Black Knight for this move at all. All right. At just a little under 214, Black Knight has entered Temple of Fiends for the first time, runs into a pack of chimeras, and just resets out. Round 2. Going to make it a little further into the dungeon this time. So on to the Bad Men and Gasty floor. And those are those bad men. We got the jump on them. So pretty easy third floor here. And we have ghosts on the Phantom tile. And there will be no checking of the incentive chests. Those bad men have guns? They're real bad men, Chip. Real bad men. Pack of Frosties throwing the squint out there, but this is a well-protected party with 3 ribbons, so no dice. Two purple worms, no thanks. Experience pinatas, but you don't need it at this point. Let's see, we got some Gurmedusas. These are the folks with glare. And they seem to be very plentiful on this floor. But again, 3 ribbons, things are looking pretty good. About really the only worrisome thing is how that nuke in the Chaos fight plays out. But with a knight that has Cure 4, I like his odds. And we are on to the Lich fight, and he's going to throw out some Fire 3s and a fast. It's a lot of valuable stuff on that Fire 3 charge. Oh, and the Knight and the Black Mage get paralyzed. And he's just going to keep tempering up the Knight in the top row. He could use Cure 4 at this point to bring that Knight back up. But we'll see if that's something that he knows. Doesn't look like it, so we're going to see some more Fire 3s. And that is going to eat into those reserves of Cure 4s for sure. But the Knight stands up, and the next swing from the Knight is just going to turn this guy into a pile of dust. Doesn't even matter that he's got Cure 4. Yeah, 10 hits for 1559. That is some frustration taken out on Lich. And it doesn't even make sense that Lich should have Cure 4. That should just one hit kill him, right? But that's not how things work in this game. All right, we've got unrunnable red Ds on this floor as well. It's 2-4, and Sho got the worst end of it. Black Knight only gets 2 in this formation. Making pretty good progress through the fire floor and runs into its namesake, the Fire Elementals. Another group of 4, but this time they're runnable. And I'm sure Black Knight wants nothing to do with any encounters that he doesn't have to take voluntarily. So now, on to the carry fight. And we're stacking up those tempers, and we're throwing out a fast. This is all offense here. Put the Knight in the middle row. 10 hits for 769. Didn't even need those temper charges. So pretty efficient turn, I would say, overall. Throws the Knight back in the front slot to soak up some damage on this floor. And we are beelining towards Kraken here. Kraken being one of the scarier bosses just because of how many hits that he has naturally. But we know that he doesn't have a lot in the HP department. Oh, but that knight gets hit with a glare. And I think there's no life available for Black Knight here, so he's just gonna... Is he gonna take a shot at this? You certainly have enough equipment-wise to throw a Mazmune on a red mage and give it a go. This is not an ideal situation at all. And the hits just keep on coming for poor Black Knight. So yeah, there's a temper, there's a fast, and let's hope Kraken decides to cast a lot. That's not casting a lot, and this is looking pretty ugly right now. Maybe this is doable if you have a defense sword, but nah, he's just punching his way through, and not even that Brack is going to get things done. So we'll see if he decides to move the ribbon around for this next dive. I understand wanting to protect all the mages, but the magic resist on that guy is just not that high. Certainly not like a black belt at 32 or 42. And yep, there goes that ribbon is moved up. Some more inventory Tetris. And we're going to be taking another shot at Temple of Fiends in a bit. No white shirt or invis 2. I think the white shirt is there. Just one stack at a time for somebody that can one hit anything that's not a knight, and that's just not what you're looking for in that fight. Definitely rewarded a more aggressive play style, given that he just did not cast anything. And Black Knight runs into an unrunnable and just says, no, I don't want to deal with this. Resets back out. So, but it's a time loop. We got to go back 2,000 years. What's another 10 minutes? All right, back into Temple of Fiends, just healing up a little bit. And we've got mage fighters. Don't need the experience. And we've got a pack of 4 green dragons. And he is going to take this fight. They are pretty tasty in the experience department for sure. So tasty that they used to actually experience overflow in the old versions of this randomizer. Thankfully, that is not something that happens anymore. Onto the 4th floor, runs into a pack of chimeras. Also very good in the experience department, but not really efficient in the cleaning up quickly department. Pack of slimes on the back on the starting floor as Black Knight finishes his loop around and goes into the fiend floors. Back to the earth floor, well protected against those Gurmedusas with glare. Has yet to see any of them though. and into the Lich fight again. And if stop should not be as troublesome as it was last time around. But Lich leans out and throws a thunder, which basically max rolls the red mage in slot 2, and you don't want to deal with the follow up for that. So he's going to play this a little more conservatively than he normally would, but the next swing from the fighter ought to take care of Lich. Gets the Cure 4 off. Doesn't matter. Ground into a pile of bones. Not even a Cure 4 will help Lich now. And we're on to the fire floor. And we're done with the fire floor. Not a lot of encounters this time around. But you pay for it later. We may see a lot more action on the water and air floors. Throws the sacrificial red mage in the front slot, and we're going to go temper fast. Carry throws out a fire too, probably about as nice as it could go, except that is about as bad as the turn order can go. All of the buffs miss. So, not really much else for Black Knight to do, but just hope that the Knight gets to go first, because he knows how little defense and HP Carry has. And yeah, 1020 is gonna put her in the grave. And onward to the water floor. Lots of Wizzahags throwing out those glares, but with the ribbon in the front slot, not nearly as lethal. Runs into another pack of waters, and he remembers what these guys have and wants nothing to do with it. 2 out of 3 mages get paralyzed, though, unfortunately, and here comes the next wave. Here comes the Ice 3, making this a very, very survivable fight, and in fact just wipes out the entire crew. So could have gone a lot worse than it did, but the magic resist from all of those levels paying off big time there. And in we go to the Kraken fight again, leaving him in the front slot, not really afraid of getting one shot punched here. And once again, just gets real bad turn order. Knight jumping the gun again, but gets a good action from Kraken, throwing out a nice 3. It's probably the nicest thing we've seen him do this entire seat. So now time to think, how do you want to play this? And he's going all offense, throwing out a Bane. Ooh, Kraken punches, doesn't crit, but deals 444 to the Knight. And he tanks that, takes him out with a return shot. So only 2 more fights to go, and arguably the scariest one is in the books. And now it's time for Tiamat. And just because this is how the seed has gone for Black Knight. How about an unrunnable right before your Tiamat fight? And because it's Iron Goals, they're just soaking up the damage. But those ice threes are doing a little better than those swings earlier. So there goes the iron goal. Level 28 on the night. Looking pretty good here so far. Into the Tiamat fight, and it's pretty much the same play that we've seen before. Once again, the order of the buffs still not falling in Black Knight's favor, but that quad X was pretty nice to see for sure. So 2 tempers and a fast, and we'll see if he decides to keep pouring it on, or is he going to switch to just doing some chip damage. And it looks like chip damage is the way to go here. It's got a few nukes in the tank, but he elects to throw a Bane out there. And a couple more swings ought to do this. And yeah, 10 hits for 668. It's a pretty solid shot. But Tiamat has paralysis touch, so it's a good move to rearrange the party the way he did. And she seemed to have a lot of absorb as well. But a couple of shots for around 700 apiece takes her out. And now there's only one thing left between Black Knight and victory. That's chaos. All right, so I'm going to go with a little evasion stacking here. Just one fast and temper round this time. And Black Knight is finally getting some good turn order. Chaos leads out with the fire 2, which seems innocuous, but we know the nuke is coming very quickly. So it's important to get those buffs out. And it's also important to keep the HP up as well. Bill especially is in pretty dangerous territory as far as that nuke goes. Second white shirt comes out, stacks up some more evasion, and Chaos just throws the heater, knocking out 2 of the mages. Bill surprisingly being the only one to stand. And he's got a Cure 4 in the tank, and he decides, you know what, the Knight needs this more than I do. But he takes a Lit 2 for high damage. And that Cure 4 that Black Knight had used earlier is coming back to bite him. So we'll see if he can grind this out. It's got 2 evasion stacks. Chaos hitting him for exactly half his health and then rounding him down again. This could be it. Throws out another Zap. Black Knight's going to need to get some crits in real fast, but unfortunately 2 hits for 74, and that's going to do it. But Black Knight is not about to give up. He's going to go back in there again. Oh, that, having a Cure 4 in the back pocket would have made a big difference on that fight. So we've got Bill throwing ice threes into this Frost Wolf group. They generally don't have a lot of health, so 2 ice threes is going to clean up that entire pack, and then it just comes down to punching the Frost Giants out. So try 3 for Black Knight, and I don't remember if he saved after moving that ribbon on the knight. It doesn't look like we're going to get a look at his inventory anytime soon. So hopefully he did. And we'll probably see on the next coming floors for sure. Now we've got bad men. When they get the jump on his party, not so good in the turn order department, but he survives. All right, there's the Phantom Ghosts. Takes a little bit of a beating getting through that fight, but round 3 under the plate. Here we go. Runs into another pack of unrunnables, unfortunately, and he's just going to throw out the ice threes again. Got plenty of charges of those and not really much else to do with that spell level, so can't say that I blame him. All right, we have the Fire 3 into the Frost Wolves. Another round of Fire 3s takes care of that Frost Giant. And we're moving on. Back into the Medusas with Glare, but nobody dies to this yet. But unfortunately, it's a bulk run fail. Moving on again to the Lich fight. And this time, a decent amount of respect being shown. Just temper fast. Turn order going pretty good. Turn order going very good. And Lich is in. Lich actually gets an action. He's probably got about 2 health left. And we'll see. This is knife shot kill him? No, it's a little more than 2 health. But yeah, 1600 also a little excessive. All right, so back into the red Ds with Ice 3. And once more onto the carry floor. Says no thanks to the Agamas. No thanks to the Grey Worms. And unfortunately, has to take another serving of Red Dragon. Ten hits on carry. No thanks. You're out of there. And we're once again into the more concerning portion of the of Temple of Fiends. Got lots of glare kicking around on this floor. You have a really annoying squid also about to show up. So we'll see how this goes. Black Knight taking no chances healing up. Does leave the knight in the back slot. He's going to move him up now. All right, and there's the seafood party mix, which we really haven't seen a whole lot of on this floor. And we're not going to see a whole lot of it here either. And out come the glares. We've had 2 run failures already, but the knight manages to make it away. And now trying again with Kraken. And this time we've got a red mage in the front slot. And there is temper, swing, and fast. So with some good turn order, Black Knight could close this out right now. And it's looking pretty good. Who goes first? Yeah. Kraken doesn't even get a spell off. And that's what you like to see. You don't like to see iron goals on this floor. You don't like to see iron goals that take just a whole lot of swings. But a nice 3 worth of chip damage ought to do it. Or just another swing with the Masmune. Level 27 across the board. And we try again. Putting the finishing touches on healing his party. And now we are into the Tiamat fight. And we're just going to run the same play again. 2 tempers of fast. And I think the red mages look like they're about running low on temper. I would be more inclined to have one of those guys throw off the fast just to kind of keep the spell charges a little bit balanced. Because the black mage has 6 of those. I would rather have them all cast at once during the chaos fight. Oh, we got whiz vamps and vampires on this floor. Always a rude treat, especially if you're down to 1 character after clearing Tiamat out. But Black Knight makes it through, no problem. And now we are back onto the chaos fight. And Black Knight knows that early nuke is coming. So he can be a lot more prepared for it. Save that Cure 4 charge on the knight. And I think one of those red mages has the white shirt, so we'll probably see that in action as well. but he wants to get those temper charges out pretty quick. So it looks like this is more of an offensive tack here. And 5 hits for 17 just is not going to get the job done against Chaos, but this next swing is almost guaranteed to be much harder. And now it's time to decide, do you want to heal up here? You're just going to throw a white shirt out. You're out of tempers, so Cure 4 is about the best that this red mage can do here. Opts to use the heal helmet instead. And with the black mage in the under 300 health, this is one of the reasons why it would be nice to have more of those temper charges on the red mage. But out comes another evasion. Your Cure 4 is also coming out on the second red mage. That second red mage just takes a shot to the face, but it's not enough to kill him with the evasion stacks that came out. So a lot better as far as the turn order and the sequencing goes for Chaos's actions this fight. So we're going to get another white shirt. We're going to get a fire 3. We're going to get another temper laid down. So plenty of evasion to go around. Those punches aren't nearly as scary. Nuke is always scary, but it fails to take anybody out this time. And there's plenty of Cure 4 charges to go around this time. So would not be surprised to see that Cure 4 land on that black mage, and that's exactly what he does. There's still 2 temper charges in the tank that he wants to get out. And I don't think we know what's after Nuke. That's right, it is lit too. But after that, we don't know. So we got a couple Cure 4s. And a temper. Chaos throwing the zap out there. Ten hits for 1182, and that's going to do it. Black Knight finishing out with a SRL time of 2:46.05. So let's get some GGs in chat for Black Knight. Showing a lot of persistence and good sportsmanship and finishing this one out. And let's go for Burger. Burger sounds pretty good right about now. So I'm just gonna check with Black Knight to see if he wants to do a post game chat. But yeah, that was a rough seed for sure, and it was not easy for anyone, even somebody that has done a lot of seeds, to route that one out in any sort of efficient way. It looks like we have Black Knight here. Let's see if we can just a little bit of Discord issues. We'll see if we can get that fixed, but yeah, we've got We got a full schedule of Spring 2020 tournament matches coming up. Let me see if I can hit the schedule for next week here while we wait for some Discord fixes to come in.
Hello?
Hello, we can hear you.
All right. Awesome.
Well, GG for sticking it out, but what a rough seed.
Yeah, I wasted a lot of time. I probably could have knocked 30 or 40 minutes off of that.
Yeah, I gotta ask you about the canal. Is that just something that slipped your mind altogether?
Yeah, I couldn't find it, and then I was like, I didn't know where it would be, so I had to go back and look at the flags and see what location it would be in. And then, of course, I went to Marsh Cave, didn't check the chest it was in, so I wasted a bunch of time there. It's like I said, I probably could have cut a ton of time off there.
Yeah, you also had kind of a rough time getting through some of the mid-game dungeons as well. Volcano kind of gave you the business with some of those trap tiles for sure.
Oh yeah, the ice, the waters, and the Nagas, they got me the first time, and then I was like, well, I'll just skip it. But I thought I was doing okay until I got stuck on trying to find the canal, and that was really my biggest problem.
Yeah, and you were at that time. Show was only a little bit ahead of you when you went into canal. Just he finished out ice first and then went to volcano. So some of those trap tile enemies, he had a more health to soak through those encounters.
Yeah, like I should have skipped ice entirely. There was nothing worth going there. It was just a big waste of time.
Yeah, it was incentivized, so I can't really blame you for routing it that way. It's you played the numbers and they just didn't work out.
Yeah, I just figured, hit volcano. I got lucky with carry, and then it's like, well, I'm right. Ice cave's right there. You might as well hit that next. But all that time just for an opal bracelet, it wasn't really worth it.
Yeah, when I saw the opal bracelet there, I was like, oh my.
I was like wanting to bang my head on the desk. I was like, I can't believe that. But it was a fun scene. At least I got through it.
Yeah, and you had some encounters that I never saw. I never saw Iron Gold.
Yeah, I hit Iron Golems like 3 or 4 times in there.
Yeah, you hit Iron Goals. You saw the Wizag packs that threw glare out constantly.
Yeah, and that first run, or my first run, they hit my knight with the glare because I didn't have the ribbon on him. I was like, God dang it! So you gotta check your equipment before you go in there. So yeah, I had a lot of mistakes, but I had fun.
Yeah, and it's not too bad to you're 0-1. You're still definitely in the thick of it, but I don't know.
Oh yeah,
I think all of the luck, just get all that bad luck out now. It should be smooth from here on out, right?
Maybe next week will be better. We got 5 more weeks to go, so hopefully it'll improve my time some.
You'll get there.
I've done this. I did one of these seeds in 1:45, so it's like I know I can do it.
Yeah, I haven't gotten anything faster than 1:30, so.
Yeah, just
ahead.
under 2 hours is my best.
Yeah, this is kind of a hard flag set to practice for. There's a lot of different things that could shake out. I mean, I could easily see this being like a 110, 120 seed if just the canal just happened to be in an earlier spot as opposed to a later spot. But that's just how it shakes out,
Yeah, the loose canal really threw me off, and I know I wasted at least half an hour just trying to find it. Because I was running back and forth. It's like I went to Marsh Cave, and I don't know why I didn't just do a full clear the first time I was there. Because then it's like, well, I didn't find it. Maybe it's in the volcano. So I went and cleared the volcano. It's like, oh, no, it's not there.
Yeah, Marsh Cave would have definitely been the play if you had, found the canal early, because that would have totally changed things.
Yeah, it would have completely changed my run. But it is what it is.
Yeah, that is the randomizer experience in a nutshell, and pretty appropriate for the theme of this tournament as well, with our lovely casino chip background here.
Yeah. Well, I hope everybody had fun watching.
Yeah, no, thank you very much for sticking it out and finishing it too.
Yeah, it was tough, but I liked it.
GG's again. Good job.
Yeah, good game.
Yeah.
All right, Black Knight, any final thoughts before we start wrapping this up?
No, like I said, I just made a bunch of mistakes, and I'm sure I can cut a bunch of time off. So next week I should be doing better.
All right, well, I wish you the best of luck in the tournament. It's always nice to see you join the big field. So yeah, good luck with the rest of Swiss.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, so let me take a look at the whole schedule here real quick before I let you go. I just want to make sure that we can see what else is coming up tomorrow on the Speed Gaming Networks. Just want to thank Groggy Dog for helping out with the tracking, and Carito for helping out with the setup. Always fun to work with those two. And
Yeah.
let's see. Thursday, March 19th, we've got myself on comms for Falconic versus Tarnin. That'll be on Speed Gaming 5 at 7 p.m. On the main channel, we've got Caleb and Dengwu doing comms for Chaos Subaru versus Sledge Colony. And that's at 7 o'clock, also on Speed Gaming 1. And at 10 o'clock on Speed Gaming 5, right after Falconic and Tarnin, we've got Rumblefish versus Asher. So, some good matches coming up, and hope you stay tuned and watch those. Black Knight, thanks again for the interview.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I guess I'll see you in a week or so.
Yeah, I just hope the next element treats you better than this one.
Yeah, it should.
All right, so on behalf of Groggy Dog, on behalf of Hangry, who is currently in the midst of a race right now, I thank you all for watching. Thanks for sticking around, and I think that'll do it. Have a good night, everybody.
All right, have a good night.